Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a silver stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 23rd day of February 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to Jam Bullion so we can look at the live spot prices. So it looks like gold is down 931 to 1901.85, silver down 16 cents to 24.18, platinum up $3.13 to 1095.89, and palladium down 404 to $2,400.92. The in-stock silver is at 715 pieces. I think we were at 734 or 739 yesterday. Now, with the developments from yesterday, we have aluminum and nickel hitting multi-year highs on Russian supply threat. And I looked up nickel. And why is nickel important? Well, because if you've ever heard of this company, we'll just call it NORNICKEL, is a Russian nickel and palladium mining and smelting company. And headquartered in Moscow, it is the world's largest producer of refined nickel and the 11th largest copper producer. Okay, so that's kind of important to realize when we're talking about, well, U.S. coins, right? We use quite a bit of nickel in our coins, and especially that Jefferson nickel. We could see that disappear this year. And what would happen if they just decided, if the mint decided to, you know what, we're not going to make this anymore, and it's only February or March, right? Imagine what that would do to 2022 coins that had a large amount of nickel in them, right? So that would be remarkable. So let me go ahead and add a little bit more to this because there's a lot to unpack here. Now, this is out of Bloomberg News, February 22nd, 2002. Nickel price hits decade high as Ukraine tensions fuel supply concerns. Nickel rose to $25,000 a ton for the first time since 2011. Wow, that's a mighty long time ago. Yeah, not really. Extending a rally driven by dwindling global inventories and concerns that Ukraine tensions could disrupt supplies from key producer Russia. The metal used in stainless steel, that's right, that's exactly the right component needed so that steel does not rust. And rechargeable batteries and coinage, right? We can't forget coins. Advanced as much as 3.2% to $25,135 a ton. It's the top performer on the London Metal Exchange this year. Well, we're only 2 months in, but still climbing amid a wave of forecasts that supply will fall short of rapidly growing demand from the electric vehicle industry. See, there you go. So that says to me that copper, because it's going to be sourced to make electric vehicles, will be utilized there mostly instead of our coins and in other areas, right? So, we're going to have to start making some choices with our coins. And I think Miss Ventress Gibson at the United States Mint is definitely aware of what's happening in the commodities market. Now here it says commodities investors were assessing the potential damage from sanctions to Russia after President Vladimir Putin recognized two separatist republics in eastern Ukraine and ordered troops sent to them. The European Union and the UK sent out initial packages of sanctions targeting Moscow in response to Putin's decisions to recognize the breakaway regions. And I mean, that's reality right there, folks. This, just geopolitical turmoil, these tensions have a direct impact on our hobby and our lives, directly, more so than our money. Nickel is one of the main commodities linked to Russia, given their importance to the supply, said Ryan McKay, commodity strategist at TD Securities. So the latest events keep supply risk for the metal particularly high, especially as inventories are already at very low levels. What? That's right. Nickel inventories on the LME, right, have fallen to the lowest since 2019 with a steep backwardation, right? We know what backwardation is. That's when cash prices, that's when the prices right now are much higher than future prices, right? Future prices are less. Now, this points to a very tight fundamental. Stockpiles continued to fall on Tuesday. So imagine stockpiles are continuing to fall and prices are continuing to go up. So what is the United States meant to do, right? What are they going to do? I'm also going to leave a link in this for this particular article from the Shanghai Metals market, I believe. Very good stuff there. I'll also leave you a link here for the Norilsk, just NORNICKEL. No wonder they changed the name on Wikipedia as well, so you can learn a little bit more about what's going on here. Now, this is the one I really wanted to show you. This really breaks it down and puts it really into perspective because I could talk about this and how much it means, and but really let's put it into perspective. So here we are, a U.S. coin rolls calculator, and that's coinapps.com. And you can check it out per coin, or you can check it out per roll. So what we're going to do here today is check it out per roll. Okay, so I'll start off small with the Lincoln Copper cents. So there's 50 rolls in a box of Lincoln cents, and those costs $25 at the bank. Well, look at that. It's 3 times the face just from the metal value, correct? Now, if we look at the zinc and cents, right, with the mostly zinc, I would have never have thought that these could be almost the metal value is face value on these. When they changed back in 1982, it wasn't nearly as close to that, and here we are, a few decades later, and bam, we're getting up to that content of that metal value. So to me, it seems like the United States Mint will get rid of the penny, obviously, but this is the more obvious one. And here we are back to the nickels, because if tensions really stay the way they are, this thing's a goner. And if you look at the total metal value of this particular item, and there's no pre-82 or post-82 metal content to speak of. It's a nickel, right? Look at this. If you buy a $100 box of nickels at your bank right now today, you can get it for $100, right? Unless they're overcharging you for some reason. I don't know why, but it's $100. However, you walk out of there, you just made $38.04 just from the metal value. Now, you can't go around melting United States coins, but if this does eventually get taken out of circulation, it may not qualify anymore. Maybe you could melt it after that, right? So I would be collecting nickels right now. So constitutional nickel, constitutional copper, why not? Not wrong there if if you choose to or choose not to. But it's just something that I think that I'm going to be hedging my bets. In fact, I last night when I saw some of these articles hit how nickel has hit multi-year highs on Russian supply threat, I was like, okay, so what does that mean for the United States Mint products? Does that mean they get rid of the nickel this year? And if they get rid of it this year abruptly, what does that do for the coins, okay, that are in circulation now for 2022? Because there aren't many on eBay. If you look for the Lincoln cents, you look for the Jefferson nickels, they're very expensive and they're few and far between. So I would say the people who have those, I would sit on them as long as possible to find out where we're going to go from here. Because let's face it, if this is the last year of the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson nickel, I would say that the 2022 coins are going to be worth something in the future. And that's my opinion. Now, I think what's really funny, and it's kind of ironic, and it just goes to show you who. There was an article a few years ago about how the Lincoln cent was going to be taken out of circulation on April 1st, 2023, and that would help pay down the debt through auctions and sort of thing. And it was an April Fool's joke, but here we are looking closely at this year and possibly next year as being the demise of the Lincoln cent. It just, who knew that article would have been spot on, or at least close to the truth? I guess it just goes to show you, he who laughs last laughs best. Now, one last thing I wanted to show you here today. I know I'm talking your ear off here, and I know there's so much going on. I still have to make another video after this. Bam, it's my +1 for today. And it's by the band called Dream Academy, and the name of the song is called Life in a Northern Town, and it's really, really cool. Wish I would have seen these guys in concert back in the 80s. I didn't get a chance, but they are very special and near and dear to my heart, and hopefully you get a kick out of them too. I was going to play this song, but I chose not to. I was like, yeah, maybe next time. But this one, Dream Academy, Life in a Northern Town. So there it is, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.